Hello and welcome to another week of the Simply Cup. It's going to be a random MX edition this week. Let's restart and skip, and we good to go. Once again, a reminder, you can search for the Simply Cup maps if you ever want to play the previous edition maps. They should be updated in there. Sometimes they're not because the club servers are always rubbish, but here we go. Let's see what this is going to be. It looks like a pretty short map, maybe a couple transitions. Hopefully this is respawnable. Oh, might not be respawnable. We'll have to see, we'll have to see. Alright, so we'll just have a quick look. If it's not respawnable, we skip. We do have 12 maps this week, but we'll just play through the first 10. People already struggling at this very first jump. Let's maybe move to someone a bit further ahead. Solar. Oh, he's going to do this one. I'm concerned about this. Yeah, this does not look respawnable here. You will if you have the respawn speed, but I think some people might like bonk and stuff. Nah, most people being able to get it. I think we go for it. I think you just have to watch out. Watch out for risky jump. We play this. Alright, live. So there is a risky finish as well, which Solar does get there. Let's go for this. So, could be a bit of a tough map, could be quite a few DNFs to start us off, but we're going to get into it anyway. And let's do it. Who shall we watch firsthand? Let's have a look at Mr. Ice Crusher for this first round of today. Goes that low and wide to make sure he gets it, but still clips. That's quite unfortunate. Should be able to easily make the second jump though. A couple players hitting that grass, which is what you not want to do. Ice Crusher will probably have to go quite far and wide. Can he make it? Oh, he's going to struggle a little bit, so maybe let's move a bit further ahead. Jazza does get this risky finish as well. It's quite a few people being able to make it there. And Lars picks up a win for the first round. And we got Heaves Batia, Alex Techie to round off the next few positions. Stop specking me. It's not my fault. There's no pressure when I spectate you. You put the pressure on yourself. It's not my fault. Right, so Lars is the first winner of today, but let's drop it down to someone a little bit further. 42nd, the meaning of life. Mr. Darnie right here does make the first jump very clean, very easily. Gets a good little drift. Finds himself in about 20th here, but nearly hits the checkpoint as someone flies up on the right there. Darnie will go for a very high jump and does make it very clear, so it does seem fairly good. Let's see who will take the risky finish, who will not. Oh, Darnie misses the drift there and will clip. But will take a respawn and goes for the risky finish. Oh, that's quite unlucky. Gets it on. Gives up on the 5th round right there. That is quite unlucky for him. Maybe he should have opted for the safe finish. But Lars getting another win there. Great stuff in, as well as Area and Heave. Same top 3. I think that's the first time ever on the first map. Let's have a look at Jay though. With his sparkly looking car. See how he does this. Third and final round. Goes quite close to the edge. Will give him a great angle into the checkpoint. Has to drift a bit late, but we'll go for this low jump. Try and gain a couple positions. Couple players bonking as well. Jay goes really wide, takes a small release to give him the great angle, and look at that low jump. We'll pick up 14th place. Lars getting another win. Matthias not being able to finish just yet, bonking straight. into checkpoint, so we'll lose out on all the points there. Still picking up 4 actually, so not too bad. But Lars definitely the big winner there. Area and Heave also still gaining a lot of points. Alex getting 104. A couple players getting 90s, 80s to move back into the top 10. As it looks like we have a bit of a mix map here. Let's see if this is possibly respawnable. Hopefully most of the maps are respawnable. It is super difficult to find what might be a suitable map for this cup, playable for everyone, and respawnable from just seeing the thumbnail. But I prefer to go into it not knowing the maps. I feel like it gives a better raw commentary compared to maybe having the routes spoiled. It does work for some, like the VIP edition or the mod edition.
That's pretty good.
That's better to know the maps, but for these ones I think it's nice to go into it without knowing. But let's check out Chosen right here. Does make the first part clean. Comes through with a nice drift. Bit of a tight one there, and a couple players bonking, including Chosen there. We'll have to full respawn, but we'll know for next time. Also goes for the wallbang penalty twice right there. That is an interesting tactic. But we'll carry through. Goes through the triangle. Gets the second drift. And then follows through onto the black tarmac. Small jump onto reactor wall ride. Dropping down into the reset. Avoiding the pole. Jeez, that was close. And into a finish. That's a pretty cool map. I like it. Let's check out Damn Shroopy. The Australians right now for this first round. Wrench as well, thanks for the follow. If you are new, do drop a follow, and if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. It all does help out. Let's check out Shroopy. It's slightly laggy, but seems kind of alright. He's finding himself in 50th on that first jump. Ooh, but gets a really unlucky triangle bonk. Let's maybe move up to Tac9 here, who is going to be roughly 45th, 41st there. Cutting it through pretty safe, pretty easily. It's a good drift, but goes a bit wide. Getting overtaken by a couple of players. Looks like Area is the player in front, who will be Sly and Matthias, just being able to snipe there. Nope, Milmy, sorry, even the one in first. So I think Area must have bonked the finish. He's not even in the top 8 after that. That is unlucky for him, as Checky maybe did exactly what I was talking about. Does still manage to finish though. So you only have Needador, Dibbler, Smithy coming through. Needador bonking once again. That's not what you want. Let's have a look at Joe for round number 2. It's the start pretty safe. Finds himself in 36 here. A lot of players taking it quite risky to get that couple extra milliseconds at the start. But look at Joe starting to gain a bit of momentum. Takes that at slightly too high. And will get the drift a little bit hollow, but in a good position so far. Gets the next one really well. Follows through nicely once again as we move into the final wall ride. Dropping down. Joe taking it very low. Maybe try and snipe a couple positions. Oh, nearly bonking the corner slightly. And we're going the right side. And Joe picking up a 13th place. That is a very good position. As we have the rest of the field coming in hot. Pretty close round there. Marple with a 0.6, who got 3rd last round. And Lars also with a 6. Techie, Milmy, Heave, Sly, Matthias, and Bolingo for your top 8. But Lars still playing really well so far. 574 points ahead in front of Heave, who is on 490. So Lars already 80 points ahead, but let's move up to Heath right here and see what he can do on this one. Techie out in first at the very start, but goes for the full risk and it does bonk that corner. Will take a lot of points off of his round for this one. Lars up again with the top of the pack. Mathias also on the attack, but he follows through with the fastest bit of speed and probably will pick up a win. Goes quite high though. Will that pay off for him? Maybe gets a lot of extra speed and will get the first place in this round. Absolute flyer of a map right there. I like this map though. This is a pretty simple map. Got a little bit of everything. So we have most players being able to get this final jump. Laszlo getting a wicked stunt into the finish. Mr. String finds himself right at the end there. So Heath, Lars, Area, and Sly all with 100 points there. Hanging just that little bit further ahead from the rest of the field. So it looks like we have a bit of a heavy scenery track here. Wow, that's a lot of trees. I hope you have your NASA computer ready. We also have a bit of a middle jump. Ooh, hey, this might be a map where we have to skip. Well, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Wait, no, you go this way. So you should be fine. Yeah, okay, we're all good. I thought this was the finish, not the end. Or not the start, I should say. But, who will take this looping in the middle? For those who maybe check out the map in Camera 7, will definitely pay off for this one. So let's have a look at Paul here. It's this slow motion jump into the reset, and we'll follow through in around 25th here. This is going to be a really close battle, I think. But we do have a bit of an ice slide. Oh, look how many players bonking that corner. So we have a beautiful freeze. And Paul getting the wall bang the quickest. Moves up to 6 right now. So it seems like we have a bit of a decent looking map. But then it will be moved by the players who can get this ice section the quickest. Jay in first there, Paul in second, I think. No, I think someone was way out in front. I didn't get the name. I think it might have been Area or Heath. But seems like you definitely can skip this ending. A lot of people will probably realize that, who got that far. I think a couple of the lower players may be struggling to find their way so far. But let's watch Molo here, who is going to go into the slow motion. And we hit the reset. Coming through with the extra speed. Someone hitting the right side. That's not what you want. Techie, Milmy, all the players out in front. Who's going to take an early break? Yeah, that's the tactic you want. Although it goes for a full right slide. Will waste a little bit of time, but sets him up for this next section quite well. Porter, I think that was going for some wicked stunt points. Molo also missing this second ice one. Struggling a little bit here. It's really not easy though, because you're looking for the different lines. As Molo goes for the looping skip, but does full bonk into a tree straight after that. Quite unlucky, but will probably learn from that mistake for next round. And gets a 71st. As a couple of players fly into the sky. We move into our second round. Let's have a look at Asman here for round number 2. Follows through into the slow mode, into the reset, and it cuts it. A bit of a poor drift. Move back slightly. But finds himself, if he can get this really good, overdrift slightly, but doesn't lose too much time. Ooh, going a bit too far left. Does control it though. Overtakes a couple players from that as well. Take the inside and cuts the drift early, but you can see players like Belengo who cut the slide early does gain a lot of positions. See if Asman can get the Salem. He does not. He drops back a very long way. As we have, what a beautiful sight. All these cars flying up into the sky. A beautiful sight to behold. Lars once again though, getting 120 points. He is really feeling it today. Eve also with a second position. Matthews though, only 2 points. Alex only 3. Jazza only 1. Agron also only 1 there. So a couple of players bonking maybe on the ice or missing the final chicane there, which will waste them quite a few points. So look at Indy Drive, gets a bit of a delayed start. So moves into the slow mode, gets a jump, and will cross through. Oh, look at the speed he actually gets by not releasing. Moves all the way up to probably 40th. That's what you want. We'll go for the full send. Gets the slide off. Drifts over. Takes it easy as a couple players hitting that right side checkpoint. Indy, can he control it? Ooh, someone going for a wicked 360 in the air there. That's what we like to see. But will cost him a lot of points. Indy has moved up to 25th though. Gets the chicane well. And that is a good ending in 25th right there. So, pretty good map. Maybe a little bit difficult to learn off the get-go, but what's this JMJ? Why is JMJ so far behind? JMJ obviously trying some shortcuts maybe, which hasn't paid off. But Lars, once again, 120 points from Lars. Lars is just out-skilling everyone right now. He must have nearly had half the first places so far. It's crazy. But what do we have here? We have a bit of a easy grass map, but you're gonna want to miss bonking on this uphill. That's gonna cost a lot of time if you do. So watch out for that. A longer loading time. There is a bit of there's a 1 minute 10 warm up, so if you do for some reason have like quite a heavy delayed intro, that's should help you a little bit. So a couple players completely missing that. You just turn instantly to the left. So we'll move to handsomeness here. A couple players finding a bit of a zoop, so that will be something to definitely watch out for. Very, very simple in design, so this will have some close battles here. So maybe move to the reactor and see if people are going to get extra speed. You can see a couple players zooping ahead with that, but it's going to be very risky because you might hit the top of the checkpoint or have too much speed for a bit further above. Oh, look at this camera though. You have a jump off the top. So take your bets at who's going to win. Is Lars going to be able to control his 1,000 points? First to hit it this week. Eve on 913, Sly 860, Area on 840. Let's have a look at Viru for this one. See how he's going to go. Does go for a bit of a zoop. Is going to pay off. He doesn't get it. Marius seems to be in first, but a couple players bonking. Viru also sliding off the crest there. So we'll take the safe route, dropping down, wasting a couple positions. It's a nice small bug slide off the top though. And we have Sly now winning. Lars still picking up 109, and it was Area, one of the players bonking. So that's going to drop him down a lot. Techie picking up 92, so we could have a bit of a swap there. Zemus 48, Matthews 100. But most players being able to control it. So let's maybe check out Sly and see if he's going to go for a Zoop here. Does go for an air brake, and that seems to give him a good mass bit of speed. And it controls it through nicely. Matthias and someone else there going a bit too far. And Lars. Look how far in front he is. This is why he is in first right now. Sly picking up a nice second. Techie with... Techie with second there. Sly with third. And poor Spider, Marple, Cyril, Roddy for the next few positions. Everyone being able to finish at least, which is nice to see. 91 players this week. Thanks for joining. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys really enjoy this. It is fun to host, fun to cast. So hopefully I put on a good enough job for you. Check out Smithy for this first one. Gets a bit of a too much of a turn off the start. Is there a bit of a heavy brake? Won't get the zoom. But we'll be able to avoid getting the airtime, which you can see about 10-20 players nearly pulling off the top. A few players going for the outside line to get no airtime. I think that saves them a few. And we have our few people who may have failed the start or got too much airtime. Just struggling up right now. Checky trolling, trying to get his screen time. And the captain there hitting the finish. Finish, not the finish the checkpoint. I can talk. But Lars still absolutely dominating this one. Moving well forward now. As we have a bit of a scenery map. Who doesn't like a bit of scenery? Seems like a bit of a full speed or fun speed map. Hopefully respawnable? I'm not sure. The start seems fine, but I'm worried about this middle jump. Maybe they can claw themselves under the road a bit. Anyone want to go for a swim? Indeed. So Lars 1370, Sly 1207, Heave Techie 1090, 1080. It's very close for that third position so far. Area in fifth. Let's check him out for this warm-up. He's finding himself in first. See if he's going the right way though. Does seem like it. Does have to slow down a little bit. A couple players going the right side over the toll booth. But you got to go through the middle as we have these custom loopings. Very interesting. And quite a wide little map here, but you got to watch out for those banked corners as you see someone jumping over the edge there, or the edge of the screen. Most players being able to find that it's the right side now, but we have a massive jump, so let's check if it's respawnable. You might be able to just jump down onto the road. Yeah, you can. That's certainly finishable. If we have like a lot of DNFs, then I'll just skip this, but we're definitely going to play at least one round here. Let's have a look at blue for this first one. But if they can keep their momentum going, they should be able to finish. But blue, unfortunately, getting the first corner a bit too wide. Will find himself all the way down in 71st. But carries the speed from here into the loopings. 1, 2, into a checkpoint. And he gets these right lines. Does gain a lot of speed here. So let's find out. Definitely should be able to make this last jump as long as he can avoid the crane. He does. Most players being able to make this jump. So I think we continue on this map. Oh, blue missing the finish though. Goes from 54th to 37th. So actually quite a few being able to miss that jump. But as I talked about, this safe finish, let's just keep playing it. Maybe you should just take it safe on the left side, jump straight onto the road, and maybe cost you. Techie, Where the fuck are you going? As Techie gets a DNF there. Let's actually spectate him for this round. I don't know what he was trying to do with his White People Happy car. But I think he'll bounce back for this one, as he is finding himself in 7th right now. Goes through with some hot bit of speed. Milmy, though, quite far in front. Does have to go a bit wide, and I think full respawn there. Or maybe it was Matthews, as Milmy is right in front of us. Marple, Aona, Milmy, Sly, some of our regulars up in this top position. Marple currently in 1st, going into this big boy jump. Who's going to hit it? No one's going to hit it in these top positions. So as long as they can avoid missing the finish, Techie having to safe a little bit there. And we have a couple players dropping onto the ground. So Sly minusing has struggled a little bit on this one. Still gets 58 points, so not too bad. Lars 109, Heave 90, Techie bouncing back with 104. Marple though, with a great round on this. Big boy 120 points. So let's actually find Marple for this one. Currently in 6th place, that is really good. And is out in 1st into this 1st checkpoint. A bit of lag, but Marple full risking right now, as well as Milmy. Matthews, I think, also up there. But Matthews once again hitting that wrong apex line, and we'll have to release it just a little bit. Marple in 1st right now. Gets the 2nd line, gets the 3rd. Follows through nicely. Let's maybe drop back slightly so we can see this big boy jump. Winky face lagging a little bit. And we have Panda. Does hit that little bit of crane. Does get it on the 2nd one. A couple players trying for the left side finish. Oh no, Panda completely missing that last jump as well. Or drift, I should say. Does safe it, but has cost himself about 20-30 positions. Boris going for some stun points there. That's what we like to see. Some tier as well trying it. Does not land it. So a bit of a difficult map, as we have a few catastrophes, including Techie once again. Will drop. No, will stay just 3 points ahead of Sly, I think. Or Area. Techie has to go though. Feels bad, man. Enjoy your McDonald's. Putting McDonald's over the Simply Cup. But it really be like that sometimes. But here we are on another map. Definitely a lot easier by the looks of it. So people shouldn't complain about this one being non-respawnable. Maybe a little bit heavy on the graphics card though, as we once again have a lot of trees. Let's have a look at Folky here for the warm-up. It's a little bit of a slow drift and overturns there, but is pumping his way through in 44th there. Even uphill. And then we have a bit of an uphill chicane this time. We'll maybe take a few bonks there, I reckon, from those who are full sending. But Folky managing to take it pretty safe, pretty well. Hitting these last 2 corners and into the finish. So a pretty good map there. Let's check this overview out. I think this could be a nice drone camera map. It's just so laggy. Yeah, that is unlucky if it is a little bit heavy.
That's pretty good.
I would recommend turning your game settings down, just not for the sake of maybe if we have a lot of trees in maps, just for the sake that there's 100 players in these servers. It can be a bit taxing on computers nonetheless. But we move on. We have the full field right here. A couple players bonking early. Looks like I can't see who it is up in front. I know Milmy is there. Heave as well. and Matthias doing quite well. You have most players in a really close battle. Like, this is going to be a close finish for the top 60 odd. Heave, though, doing really well. Milme, and I think it's Heave still there. Or Heave gets the last slide really well. Will overtake Area. And we have Milme. A very good overall round right there in first. So that was a nice little battle. 0.2 between the top 4. And then a little bit of a 0.4 difference for that 5th. We have Techie having to leave. Lars only picking up 60 this time, so maybe hitting one of the dirt edges, I would imagine. But he is still 200 points ahead. Let's move to someone a little bit further down. Talk to him. How is he doing this one? I guess a great start on that first drift. Follows through slightly too far, but does carry the speed quite well. In 34th right now. But you can see how close this battle. One overslide, one underdrift can mean at least 20 points. A Doctor doing very well under the pressure right now. In at 33rd, we'll go for the nose slide. Gets the second one quite well. Moving into this final little bit fast last corner. Does drop slightly as a few players get it very well. And Doc with a 37th there. Only 2 seconds behind on a 38-second map. Like, that's a really, really close battle. Area, though, with a 0.1 this time. That is quite fast. Cyril, Jackson, Matthews, and Blue doing very well also. Only 80 players, so we don't have that many players sticking around this week, which is a bit disappointing. Let's move to Mr. Hensel here, who we did feature his maps in the mod edition last week. And he's going to do this one. It's a bit of an overslide to take a better angle, going through into 61st. Not even doing too badly, but you can see just how close this one is. Gets the dirt uphill quite well. We'll gather a bit of speed. Maybe let's move to the top a little bit. Tack 9 in the 8th right here. Sly gets the drift the best out of the next few. Cyril nearly hitting the corner. No, he does. Trying to full risk it. Lars in 2nd, Milme in 3rd. Alex picking up a very good place. Also, Tack 9 in 6th. Does overtake 2 players there. Very, very close. And we have the entire field finishing within 10 seconds. That's crazy. What a map. This is actually, like, the maps we need for Simply Cup. Super, super cool. Unfortunately, we have some AFK players. That's right. Gives me a Simply Sipper time break. Oh, that is good. Stay hydrated. I think that was the last round on this one, so we will move to the next map. Can we make a smoking break?
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yo, Drax, thanks for the follow. Once again, if you're new, do drop a follow. It does help out. But we have a very simple map here, so who is going to strive on this one? Good luck, have fun. Someone gets a early start there, but I'm not sure if it was just a bit of random lag. Let's check out Folky once again. We'll overslide a little bit. Oh, that red is super bright on the wood. But already getting some finishes. Arian first there. 17 seconds. This is going to be a fast one. So a couple players taking this time to have a short break, as this is such a simple map, but I think this start is going to be where it's really key Also maybe the sausage corner and not oversliding the grass. So pretty much everywhere could save or make or break your round right here. But most players being able to warm up a couple runs there as we have that 1 full minute of warm up. Let's check out Boris into the first round. See how he will do in the ice corner. Gets it into that red part. Does release a little bit, but will give him a great angle. Also getting that bug slide, that's really going to help him a little bit. Getting that really quickly, moving in a good position for this ending and gets a top 10. That's really good from Boris. As we have Mafia 16.2. That seems quite fast, I think. But if you blinked, it was nearly over and done with, just like that. Checky struggling, does still manage to finish. But yeah, so we do have enough of ice tires in this section that will, if you time it right, you can get the slide in the middle quite well. And you saw Boris getting it really well. We'll move to 51st there with that. Check out Eddie though. Into this one, we'll overslide a little bit on the ice, gets a little bit of bonk. We'll drop down to 40th maybe, 64th. And gets that ending quite smooth and safe. Overtakes a few people sliding out. Gets a 45th, not too bad. As this is quite a tight one. But 2 players hitting the 15x there. Zyril, the fastest of Viru, as well with a absolute mad time. Lars getting 80, Sly 70. So most of the players in that top 10 being able to pick up a lot of points. Spider, Zemas, and Winky only getting 40-ish, so not too bad. Maybe players will move around a little bit. Winky just dropping out there. I would spectate him, but I think he's a little bit laggy. Actually, let's take the overview camera on this one, see who gets it the best. Look at this pack of cars. What a great sight. Couple players getting that bug slide really fast. Looks like Milmi is down first. Gets a little bit of an overjump, but will take it through with a bit of speed. It'll be Area, though, being able to snipe. Getting a 0.4 there. No, a 0.0. It was just a bit of a buggy leaderboard. But what an insane battle that round was. Pretty fun little map. Ayona only getting 1, as well as Blingo Tac 9. Alex getting a lot of points in this one, 90 and 100. But that top 6 there, other than Sly, all in the 100s. Lars still 200, 300 points ahead, as we have some insanely quick loading time on this one. And look how easy this is. So we have a couple difficult maps this week, couple very simple ones. I think this would have been done with the simple editor, but I'm not sure if that. I don't think there's any polls in that simple editor. So, giving that small little feel to it. We have a couple maps, more maps. It certainly is not over yet. Let's check out Ninador for this warm-up. Does go the inside line. Gets a bit of a no drift, but puts herself in a great line for the follow-through. Gets the overdrift slightly, but does not get airtime, which is what you want. Releases just to take it a little bit safe into the second final corner. And we'll try and avoid this airtime. No, it gets a little bit, but it's a roughly 20th, I think it was, for that warm-up. Not too bad. Too much scenery, PC is lagging. That's unlucky, man. Just we'll have to find more maps with more trees for next time. But Marple area seem to be the 2 out in front, getting a full 2 practice rounds on this. Could be two names to look out for. But, let's take someone a little bit further back. How about Max? He is in 46 right now. There's that outside line to carry through a better line. So that the middle section of the map gets a bit of a drift. Couple players oversliding. Max also having to release a little bit. Going for the tactical zigzag to warm up the tires right here. But gets that second drift a bit slow. Will get overtaken by a few as players are really pushing it. Max though getting a 17th. That's really good. And we have most of the field finishing in a blink of an eye. So what a map. Very, very simple, very, very easy. This area. And Sly having to get the advantage on this one. Eve 40 points though. Milmi also, actually a couple players. Math is 25, Marble 29. Marble got some good warm-up. But maybe bonking one of the edges has dropped him down even that far. Let's move to Wadabong to see how he does this round. Gets it really tight on that first line. We'll move into probably 5th, 6th place there. Taking it full send into the next section, but we'll have to go slightly to outside and also missing that second drift. So that's probably not what you want. Still in an okay position, 30th right here. As we have players like Lars just so far in front. Wadabong getting that final corner, full send, moving to 24th. Still a decent position. We have our final players coming through. So Lars, Sly getting that 1-2. That's going to help them even further if they need it. I'm not sure. So 2380, 2070, 1880, 1811, 1630, 1563, 1519 for that top 7. Let's move to Bad Rig on this final round. Getting the start very safe. We'll go for a slow drift. Moving through with some good angle though. Goes extra wide to carry the speed through. We'll get a bit of airtime though, which is probably not what you want. It's a late drift on the second one. Getting overtook by a couple players, maybe risking it a bit. And look how close this top battle is. Mr. Rig gets 26th place there. It is Lars, Heave, Sly. This is why they're up the top with literally 0.4 in between them. And then we have even closer, some close little ranks right there. Everyone in that top 10 gaining more than 50 odd points. Alex, unfortunately, getting 1. Will drop a little bit behind. So Lars, 300 points now. Ahead. But someone complained about no ice. Let's find out here is your ice. Hopefully fully respawnable. I think it looks good. A bit of a longer one, so going to be a little bit tough for some of those beginner players. But if you take it safe and easy, you should be able to finish. And my game crashed. Now that is epic. Yeah, I can't do anything about crashes. I am sorry. It is what it is. Let's have a look at Mr. Blue once again for this warm-up. It's that first drift really well. Moves all the way up to 3rd. So up in 1st right here. Players getting the airtime perfectly. We're just being able to get it. Move through the bobsled and then having to avoid that rock on the side. This just seems like a pretty good ice map. Fair bit of area to move around. A couple of the transitions might be a little bit tough as we have a heavy wall ride, so maybe I talked a bit too fast. But Blue nailing it really well. Mr. Panda gets the fastest warm-up. But I just love having a look at on this drone camera. Oh, I see some yep trees in that middle there. There's going to be something to look out for. But seems like a pretty pog map. Who shall we watch? Let's have a look at Solar once again. Going for a triangle strategy, but we'll go over the ice. That's probably not what you want. Also hitting that edge, so let's move a bit further up. Matthews now carries a lot of speed into the jump to make sure he gets it. He does get it really well with a bit of extra speed. Mika, of course, one of the best ice players in the world, is currently in first, but loses out a little bit with a poor line. It is a Winky Face, who was in first, I think, but cannot see him anymore. Couple players going inside, couple players going outside. Zemus, the wrong way. So not sure if he'll be able to make this as Matthews goes too early. And we'll have to full respawn. There is the safe bottom strat if people are struggling with this end. But Mika, sorry, is the one who gets first. Matthews gets still 20th position. That's not bad at all. So, seems like a really good map, I think. Aona not liking it, probably bonked into one of the trees. And now is molding. But a bit of a tougher one for some of the beginner players to finish here. But we're going to have some shorter maps, we're going to have some longer maps. It is what it is. But let's check out Agron for the second round on this ice map. Gets that first slide really well. Follows through with a good bit of speed. Goes early on the drift to make sure he gets this transition well. Kip, unfortunately, into the side. Agron hitting a bit of the snow will cost him a little bit of speed. Also, a terrible angle. So we'll get overtook by a lot of players, but let's see if he can finish this one on a high. Oh, Doc going a bit too early there. Someone hitting the yep tree. Zemus, the one there. Hitting the yep tree. Look how far Mika is ahead. That is crazy. And Agron does get that finish with some style points. Someone completely upside down somehow. I don't know how he's managed that. Wait. 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 Mika was about to win there, but has unfortunately completely died. F in chat for Mr. Mika. I have literally no clue how he's done that. I guess he clipped this and then maybe, I don't know how he's done that. Let's check out Dibbler for the third and final round though, as we move in. A lot of players hitting the triangle on the side. Jay is in front though, trying to pick up a few points before the ending. Dibbler gets the transition well. Couple players on the right. Dibbler hitting that snow patch as well. Ooh, slow down a little bit. Couple players angling a bit too far. But Dibbler in 43rd here on a okay run. You can see players have really started to work this one out. Dibbler takes this ending a bit safe. Who is out in front? It is York and Heave, who maybe are going up a bit too quick. Or a bit too safe and hit that bottom one, the scenery too early, and will drop quite a few positions. Belingo 120 points though with a 45.8. That's quite a good time. Sly, J, Wadapong, Knight, and Belly. So a couple, like quite a few of our new players being able to get some new points here. Big boy points. But Lars, Sly still doing well. As we move to our second last map of the day. I can show you how I did the upside down. I mean, there's definitely a few ways where you could, but Mick was on such a good time there. It's a bit of a shame that he did crash. So we have a bit of a heavy loading time on this one. So we have a nations converted map. And I think we have our favorite style of mapping. NASCAR, Poggies! Who doesn't like NASCAR? But it isn't pre-S NASCAR. It is a XX Zuna Mix X. On this one. Someone going for the right side straight away. Cuts are allowed, so if you can find a faster line on this, go right ahead. But, seems like a very, very simple map, but we'll want to avoid all those bonks on the side. As Heave is doing well so far. So you want to avoid sliding out, want to avoid the edges. Very, very simple map. 2 laps of this, so a bit of a longer map. For the second final one today. So not long enough in the warm-up to find the whole 2 laps, but most players being able to do 1 lap. Let's find out who is the NASCAR Pro. Who's in NASCAR Pro? Let's have a look at Mr. Math Player right here. Someone going to the left there. Maybe we'll try and see if he is faster by the end. But I think there's a freewheeling straight after this finish. So if you're going that way, you're probably going to waste time. Because if you're normal, the freewheeling is very quickly. So, but let's see where they meet up. On the second lap, Checky there, going zooping past. Math Player is doing quite well though, struggling a little bit on this later part of the map. In 38th right now, but gets the second last corner really well. Moves all the way up to 30th. Goes a bit too far, but does save it. Jeez, I thought he was in the wall there. Jay being one of those who also crashes. Chosen very close on that inside. Multi. Some of those players, very, very tight battle. So it's such a simple map that it's gonna break out some close positions here. Let's move up to the top a little bit. Sly finds himself in 14th. Can he get the last corner very well? Moves in the same position by the end. So we have Checky, who did go the wrong way. Will not pay off. You guys need to crash more. But it is Lars. Absolutely showcasing why he is the winner this week. Well, not the winner just yet, but that could be the secure in points. As he hits 2.9k. That is quite impressive on this one. Checky once again going the wrong way. Eddie a bit of a delayed start, but let's have a look on the drone camera. One player already getting a bit of a bonk on the side as my mouse clips off the edge. But we'll play it like one of those helicopter cameras, trying to move around with the camera. No! I accidentally alt-tab. That's not what you want. I'm not a very good drone pilot, obviously. But look at this field. You can see how close it is. Either full risking it or taking a bit safe. As we move into the second lap right now. Looks like it is Lars once again in first. Absolutely dominating. He is playing like crazy right now. Moving up to Viru, who is in 14th. Someone up in the top, I think, was in 3rd position. Does hit clip a little bit. And look how far behind that has cost him. But Viru doing pretty good. Can he get this final corner? Yes, he can. In 15th. Not bad from Viru. Lars once again getting a first place. I think it was Sly who does hit there. Will cost him maybe 50 odd points. Only getting 44. As Area is on 114 with that, but is about 200 points behind. So we'll need Sly to crash a lot more than that. Winky face rage quitting off the NASCAR. How dare you? NASCAR is the only thing that we need in our life. Bring more Prius NASCARs. They're the most amazing track of the days. Everyone loves them. We see Marble right here doing quite decently. Hitting it really quickly on this one. Lars though does move up into first. Sly always in the top. Heave as well. Shano did move up a little bit there, but has to slow down off the gas. Marple moving into third on the second lap. We move to Kip a little bit further behind to see everyone. Here's Pepe Point Mobile. Goes very wide, but does overtake a couple plays from that. You can see how close this one is, even as long as the map is. Kip doing it very good, but as I speak, will clip the edge. That's not what you want. Heath has also dropped down a little bit. Still managing to get top 10, not being able to snipe anyone on that final corner. And we have the rest of the field coming in hot. So we have one more map of the day. Let's find out what it's going to be. It's Lars Sly dominating really well. Still area 104 points, but not enough to catch just yet. But probably will stay in that top 3 unless he has a really bad final map. Have a bit of a heavy loading time. What is it going to be? Is it going to be respawnable? Is this just going to be a full-on debate? Let's find out. No, it's foggers. I love fog. Pog you. We love fog. And we love scenery. Why is it so dark? I don't know. But let's find out if this one is going to be good. There is a bit of a risky jump up the start here, but you do have a bit of time. I don't know what's up with this fog. And I don't know how long this map is going to be, but let's find out. For the final time, we have like no sound either. Everything is bugged on this map. Oh wow, look at this. That's insane. Crazy. Why is it so dark though? I don't know. What a map. Wow. This should be track of the day. Then going for a bit of a shortcut. Shortcuts are allowed, of course. So by all means, cut as heavy or as little as you want. Lingo getting it to the finish line. It's actually a pretty easy map, so we'll keep going. Final map of the day. Bit of a weird one, but let's get into it. And who shall we watch? Who shall we watch? Who shall we watch? Let's have a look at Nicholas. What a good name. Someone jumping off the right there, which I think is going to be worth it if he can find the right scenery jump. Because I don't think there's any checkpoints at the end. So maybe we will find some players who try and cut. As Nicholas gets the zigzag jump very well. What do you mean? Alex in first right there. But Nicholas here overdrifting a little bit. Ooh, also hitting that scenery edge. So will be him out. Let's move to Baber here. Gets it very well. Taking all the road fully, but we have a couple cutters. Is it going to pay off? They are in the middle of the ocean. Of the sand. But it isn't seeming like it was worth it for this one. As Lars just absolutely killing it this week. With another win. Sly not being able to finish just yet. So maybe not his map on this one. But should be far enough ahead. As we have Lars 3.2k. Sly 2.8. Area 2.5. Heave 2.3. So we have some pretty big gaps this week. Milmy 2.2. Mathis 2.0. And then it gets a little bit closer. The top 10 is still pretty close to yet decide. But let's follow JMJ for the final time here. Actually, the second final time. As Jay gets it very safe, very easy. Does go for that little bit of a shortcut. I think it's Lorenz and I don't know who that other person was. In the yellow car, Jeleno. Let's get it well. Jay taking it very safe. Is he going to go for a shortcut? No, he's not. The other person is. So will we find them in front? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. This end cut, though. Who's going to go for it? They all do. Jay gets it a bit better. Lorenz, though, overall, very decent run. And it is area. Lars Heave Sly. So that 4 same players in that same pack. Milmy Marple getting 60 odd. Math is struggling a little bit on this one. A lot of people disliking it. That is just how it is sometimes. I don't think it's that bad of a map. Other than that it's a bit too heavy of some fog. Imagine this getting covered, eh? I hope it does. We need more amazing plus maps like this. Let's have a look at Spider, who is in that top 10 battle. Is about 100 points ahead of Iona. So if he can just save it to the end, should be nailing this top 10. Goes for the non-cut. Someone falling off the right. Spider hitting a little bit of the sand, but we'll give him a good angle. Seems like it's pretty close on this one. Lorenz Lars doing well. Milmy up there also. Spider taking most of the dirt. And someone there actually going for a full sand attack, and it does seem to have paid off. Spider taking it very safe to the end, nearly clips the edge. Bit of a heavy amount of sand as he gets a 23rd, which isn't too bad for the final time today. Lars, once again, getting a win, 3.5k points. That is absolutely insane. It is Sly. Area not having the greatest run, but Heave also not the greatest run. They do safe those positions. Milby missing out by 18 points on that 4th place, but still a top 5. That's good from him. As it is a GG. We will have one more map, but it is a GG. So feel free to play it, but that was the official round over and done with for this week. Someone also said that it was a bit different on their screen, so maybe I had it good, but maybe with some different settings. It was fine for me, but with different settings, it was a bit off. So that's unfortunate, but there we have week number 19. Lars doing very well. Sly in 2nd, area in 3rd. Then we have the top 5, 2.5k with a massive drop off, 2.2 to Marple, Matthias Spider, Zyril, and Iona. Just hitting 2k points to round off the top 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week. Was it definitely a few up and downs of some maps, but hopefully everyone enjoyed playing, hopefully enjoyed watching. As always, it's on at 11 PM Brisbane time. Search that in your Google and I'm sure it'll come up every Saturday. There will be a special one next week. It's going to probably be a bit of a longer edition with some special maps. So for week number 20, a little bit of a different one. So if you want to play that, make sure to be there. So something to look out for. For those who tune into a lot of streams, will also have seen maybe what it's going to be. But that's going to be a lot of fun next week. Probably not the greatest maps, but something very different. So keep an eye out on week number 20. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy playing. Hope you did enjoy the cast. It will be me out for now. Make sure to drop a follow, make sure to subscribe if you're new. And cheers to that. Bye-bye for now.